Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. The snow goose need not bathe to make itself white. Neither need you do anything but be yourself. Do the difficult things while they are easy, and do the great things while they are small. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, "We did it ourselves." Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. He who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everybody will respect you. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. He who conquers others is strong, he who conquers himself is mighty. The key to growth is the introduction of higher dimensions of consciousness into our awareness. Life and death are one thread, the same line viewed from different sides. Nothing is softer or more flexible than water, yet nothing can resist it. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. A good traveler has no fixed plans, and is not intent on arriving. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. By letting it go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let it go. But when you try and try, the world is beyond the winning. Be content with what you have, rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Truthful words are not beautiful, beautiful words are not truthful. Good words are not persuasive, persuasive words are not good. Love is of all passions the strongest, for it attacks simultaneously the head, the heart, and the senses. Those who have knowledge don't predict. Those who predict don't have knowledge. Health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. Non-being is the greatest joy. Knowing others is wisdom, knowing yourself is enlightenment. He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened. Silence is a source of great strength. Treat those who are good with goodness, and also treat those who are not good with goodness. Thus goodness is attained. Be honest to those who are honest, and be also honest to those who are not honest. Thus honesty is attained. Governing a great nation is like cooking a small fish. Too much handling will spoil it. At the center of your being you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. He who does not trust enough will not be trusted. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. If you are not afraid of dying, there is nothing you cannot achieve. To lead people, walk behind them. Respond intelligently even to unintelligent treatment. Man's enemies are not demons, but human beings like himself. Great acts are made up of small deeds. Anticipate the difficult by managing the easy. In dwelling, live close to the ground. In thinking, keep to the simple. In conflict, be fair and generous. In governing, don't try to control. In work, do what you enjoy. In family life, be completely present. From caring comes courage. When the best leader's work is done, the people say, "We did it ourselves." If you would take, you must first give. This is the beginning of intelligence. An ant on the move does more than a dozing ox. The words of truth are always paradoxical. To see things in the seed, that is genius. The sage does not hoard. The more he helps others, the more he benefits himself. The more he gives to others, the more he gets himself. The way of heaven does one good, but never does one harm. The way of the sage is to act, but not to compete. The softest things in the world overcome the hardest things in the world. The wicked leader is he who the people despise. The good leader is he who the people revere. The great leader is he who the people say, "We did it ourselves." He who is contented is rich. Fill your bowl to the brim and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife and it will blunt. When virtue is lost, benevolence appears. When benevolence is lost, right conduct appears. When right conduct is lost, expedience appears. Expediency is the mere shadow of right and truth. It is the beginning of disorder. The more laws and order are made prominent, the more thieves and robbers there will be. Be the chief, but never the lord. Of all that is good, sublimity is supreme. Succeeding is the coming together of all that is beautiful. Furtherance is the agreement of all that is just. Perseverance is the foundation of all actions. The wise man does not lay up his own treasures. The more he gives to others, the more he has for his own. From wonder into wonder existence opens. Manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires. One who is too insistent on his own views finds few to agree with him. The power of intuitive understanding will protect you from harm until the end of your days. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao, the name that can be named is not the eternal name. The nameless is the origin of heaven and earth, the named is the mother of all things. One cannot reflect in streaming water. Only those who know internal peace can give it to others. Violence, even well-intentioned, always rebounds upon oneself. When a nation is filled with strife, then do patriots flourish. People in their handlings of affairs often fail when they are about to succeed. If one remains as careful at the end as he was at the beginning, there will be no failure. To realize that you do not understand is a virtue, not to realize that you do not understand is a defect. The higher the sun ariseth, the less shadow doth he cast, even so the greater is the goodness, the less doth it covet praise, yet cannot avoid its rewards in honors. All difficult things have their origin in that which is easy, and great things in that which is small. To know yet to think that one does not know is best, not to know yet to think that one knows will lead to difficulty. There was something undifferentiated and yet complete, which existed before heaven and earth. Soundless and formless, it depends on nothing and does not change. It operates everywhere and is free from danger. It may be considered the mother of the universe. I do not know its name, I call it Tao. Govern a great nation as you would cook a small fish. Do not overdo it. I do not concern myself with gods and spirits either good or evil, nor do I serve any. Nature is not human-hearted. All things in the world come from being. And being comes from non-being. Because of a great love, one is courageous. Simulated disorder postulates perfect discipline, simulated fear postulates courage, simulated weakness postulates strength. Ambition has one heel nailed in well, though she stretch her fingers to touch the heavens. Man takes his law from the earth takes its law from heaven, heaven takes its law from the Tao. The law of the Tao is its being what it is. Sincere words are not fine, fine words are not sincere. He who knows himself is enlightened. Without stirring abroad, one can know the whole world, without looking out of the window one can see the way of heaven. The further one goes, the less one knows. If you keep feeling a point that has been sharpened, the point cannot long preserve its sharpness. He who talks more is sooner exhausted. The people are hungry, it is because those in authority eat up too much in taxes. In the world there is nothing more submissive and weak than water. Yet for attacking that which is hard and strong nothing can surpass it. He who obtains has little. He who scatters has much. The career of a sage is of two kinds, he is either honored by all in the world, like a flower waving its head, or else he disappears into the silent forest. It is better to do one's own duty, however defective it may be, than to follow the duty of another, however well one may perform it. He who does his duty as his own nature reveals it, never sins. A scholar who cherishes the love of comfort is not fit to be deemed a scholar. If the great way perishes, there will morality and duty. When cleverness and knowledge arise, great lies will flourish. When relatives fall out with one another, there will be filial duty and love. When states are in confusion, there will be faithful servants. Great indeed is the sublimity of the creative, to which all beings owe their beginning and which permeates all heaven. Heaven is long enduring, and earth continues long. The reason why heaven and earth are able to endure and continue thus long is because they do not live of, or for, themselves. How could man rejoice in victory and delight in the slaughter of men?